Here's a review of the AeroPress Original Coffee Press. Me and my wife recently went on a camping trip, and I've been using a Keurig for so long that I just had no idea how I was gonna make coffee out camping. And then I ran across this AeroPress many times, reading tons of reviews of people saying that it makes some of the best coffee they've ever had, not just camping, but at any time. So I was very interested in it and I wanted to give it a try. First, I want to show you what all you get with the AeroPress because there are a few components here, but after you get the hang of it, it's really easy to use. For instance, you have this plunger piece, you have the main air container part, you have the piece that goes on the bottom of this to filter out the coffee, you have the actual paper filters, you got a scooper, and then you got a stir. And to be honest, both the scooper and the stir kind of do the same job that one normal spoon will do, so I don't really use these. But I want to run you how this thing works, just in case you're trying to figure it out. You take one of the paper filters, and you put it in the bottom of the black little filter thing here. And no, you don't need to buy any filters when you first buy this thing. There are a ton of them. You then take this filter and just turn it onto the bottom very simply. It locks in there. Then you take a scoop of your favorite coffee and you pour it in. After you get your coffee in there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the little plunger on top. Just make sure it's in there. And then you're gonna take your cup or your mug and you're just gonna set it on there. As you can see, it sets on there nicely because on the bottom it has that wide hexagonal shape and it sets on. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna press down very slowly. Now it's a lot easier when it's planted on the table, not holding it up in the air like this. And you're gonna feel some resistance when you're pushing it. And when you feel that resistance, back off a little bit and then push it again and then back off if you feel any resistance. And it should take about like a minute or two. You don't wanna rush it. And then once it's all the way down to the bottom and it's all the way pushed out, you're gonna have this mixture about this much in the glass of a little bit of coffee and a little bit of water. You're gonna pour in the desired amount of water that you want to make a cup of coffee, and there you have it. Now the instructions say for more servings, instead of putting one scoop in and filling the water line up to the one, you could put 2 scoops in and fill the line up to the 2. I would recommend that if you want a little bit stronger coffee. Mine was a little bit weak at first until I got the mixture of scoops to water that I liked, and it did make a great cup of coffee. But one of the main reasons I wanted to use this as well was for the ease of cleaning. I hate cleaning when I'm camping. I hate having all those messy dishes. When you come home, you just got all this work to do and you just want to relax more. And this thing's really simple. So you just take this thing off, and the filter is going to be messy, of course. So you're going to throw that away. You're just going to like water this part down, and then there's going to be grinds all over the bottom of the plunger, but you just pull that out, and then there's going to be some, grinds on the inside, just a little bit of them from the mess from pulling that out. But you just rinse it off, wipe it down really quickly, and you're good to go for next time. And it also comes in this box that's big enough to store it back in it once it's done, and that's what mine's been used. I mean, the box isn't great for like long term or anything, but it gets the job done and gets it to camping and back home from camping. Now to heat up the water that I needed, I just got a simple small teapot. This is a 1.5 quart teapot. I would just heat it up full of water, let it whistle, and then I would just pour the water in that I needed. Since this is like a 6-cup teapot, I had more than enough water for a couple cups of coffee out of the AeroPress. And the coffee was great. All the reviews were right. The coffee tasted great. Once I figured out the right mixture and how to use it correctly, at first I was a little worried just because I couldn't figure it out, but that's a personal problem. It turned out being a great product, super simple to use, very easy to clean. So if you're in need of coffee for camping, I definitely recommend the AeroPress.